legions of the great central sun! Ho, legions of the great central sun! I am Victory, and I am here to break the spell of non-victory in the lives of the light bearers of Earth. Come, and I am here to put down these fallen ones who have determined to pervert the very life force, the lifeblood, and the beings of the servants of God. I am here, beloved ones, for the spirals of victory descend. I respond to Alpha and Omega. I respond to all the legions of the second ray. I am responding to and representing the mighty bodhisattvas who dwell on the inner planes of the etheric octave and desire to take embodiment. I come to you brimming with a joy that we can meet together the expectations and even the demands of Lord Lunto and all who serve with him, who read as we do the handwriting on the wall. Therefore, beloved sons and daughters, be drenched in the flame of victory, be drenched in the flame of Justina, and know that we are one, and we add the momentum of our twin flames to those cloven tongues of gold and fire that descend upon your crown chakras now, and they are meeting a certain amount of density, and therefore we feed them our fire as the light does penetrate through the etheric sheath, through the mental, through the desire, through the physical. Oh, beloved ones, help us with right diet, help us with pure thought, help us with meditation, help us with doing your pranayam. Yes, beloved, we will remake you in the image and likeness of God. If you will cooperate, therefore will you cooperate? Yes! Speak quickly and with a mighty fire, that I might inject in you the sense of acceleration. You have been on other worlds and systems of worlds and in higher octaves, where you would think more easily and more quickly. Your motions would be more direct and mercurial, and you would accomplish so much more of the penetration of the mind of God and the drawing forth even of the engineering and the design and the architecture of the golden cities of light in the etheric octave. Yes, you have lived in those levels. You have known a greater communication. And now I say the forces of anti-victory, the forces of non-victory have heaped upon you a momentum and a burden and a weight, beloved ones. And you must listen to me. You must know that it must be challenged by you and you alone. And the fire of you is the fire of God in you. For you are God, victory, and manifestation. And I see you as manifestations of ourselves, of victory and Justina in the God flame of victory. And I see you in your mighty golden robes and golden wings of victory. And you are that victory, and I affirm it now. And therefore I say, take the fire of victory in your souls. Take the fire of God victory, that is the God victory of your almighty I am presence, and jump out of those snake skins, jump out of that density, and go forward forward, enjoying the vastness of the universe, for your own mind can tap it, because you have chosen to develop your heart and meditate in your heart, and therefore the rings of fire grow, and therefore the bodhisattvas may come to you, they may touch you, they may quicken you. Beloved ones, come into balance. Come into balance, I say, and cherish nothing in this world more than your own individual equilibrium, your equilibrium in your own tree of life, in your own mighty I Am presence. Let us say that everything that detracts from that equilibrium, south, north, east, west, beloved ones, does detract from your mighty victory. And I say a mighty victory you must have, and you should not make it by the skin of your teeth in the hour when your name is called at roll call, at Luxor. Yes, beloved, it should be with flying colors and the highest honors. You should be ready for your ascension tomorrow, if necessary, or the next tomorrow, or the next year, or the next 5. Yes, beloved, be ready now, and then walk the earth as that example that others may see and follow. This is an hour of cycles turning. Whether we can turn them around depends on the response of every light bearer on this planet to my message given this day. And therefore I ask you to communicate it through prayer, through decree, through information, through giving to individuals the pearl of wisdom that shall be printed of my dictation, and of the work and of the calls of the legions of the second ray. It is a moment, beloved, when all could be won and all could be lost. Do not discount your godhood. One individual who is God and knows it is the pillar of fire, the rod in the earth that shall be the focus of the great central sun magnet. And many coming together in this place, even once a year, beloved, does produce that concentration of fire whereby we may penetrate and probe in the earth and place our probes, allowing the light you invoke to penetrate more deeply and more deeply. Therefore, I say prepare for coming here again next year, starting the day that the conference has concluded. Make your plans, determine to have the funds and the means, and decree for the absolute God victory of souls. Now I will tell you what we did with these earthquakes this day. We have taken the opportunity of your holding the balance for the earth in this place to allow these earthquakes to happen as they would inevitably happen, but with the least amount of loss of life and damage, because you have kept the flame, because you have tarried these days, because you determined and did go to the Royal Teton retreat last night, and therefore you did journey with legions of light, and you did perform a mighty spiritual work over Yugoslavia. And it did come to pass that you established a coordinate in that nation and other coordinates upon the planet by other servants of God, whereby these earthquakes can be for a mitigation, a balancing, and a release of pent-up energies in the earth. Therefore, understand how much we can do when we have a body of light bearers who can remain at the same place for a period of 10 days or even more. But for any amount of time, we are grateful, whether you determine to do a 24-hour marathon in your study groups and teaching centers, where you can hold the flame of harmony and make of that flame one of God illumination with a violet flame and all the calls that you give. I will tell you, beloved, the release in Alaska is the same. And some of you who are the quote old-timers have seen earthquakes of this dimension, yet not of that magnitude, happen from time to time during conferences, and it has always been because the student body has been able to hold a balance for release, and without that holding of the balance, there could have been far greater calamity and destruction to life. You know that earth changes are in the planetary plan, but how and where they shall manifest, to what degree of burden upon the people or loss of life, surely rests upon the individual decision that shall be made each and every day by the servants of God on earth. I say, become fiery electrodes, love the wisdom teachings, pursue the path of the mystics, be together in the light, and therefore convey a spiritual teaching and a spiritual consciousness. Read the books and the foundations of these mystical paths of the world religion, and therefore understand all people, and therefore when you give your ashram rituals, beloved, you are able to contact in a deeper way so many souls of light, because now you understand their path, and when you understand their path, you understand their vibration. Therefore, be comfortable by being seated. Beloved ones, in order for me to speak to you, I must have a dispensation from the lords of karma, from the 24 elders, and beyond that, the solar logoi. Therefore, I deem it a great privilege to be with you in this hour. It has been weighed time and again, preceding conferences, and it has been decided that I should not speak, for the power of victory is great, and the power of victory can unleash such tremendous enthusiasm and fire of purpose that when it does descend on the unenlightened evolutions of a planet, it can stir up the urge to go out and do those things which are not the will of God. Therefore, we have created a trusted chalice, as you are that chalice, and you have placed your trust in God and made yourselves available to Lord Krishna and the hosts of the Lord. I desire then to continue to release this night the power, the wisdom, the love of victory. And to do so, I need your cooperation in harmony. I need it, beloved, because if the light I release is so easily misqualified by those who are among the most advanced in the outer world today, then you see, I will make that karma, and I will again be limited in coming. Consider then all those areas of your life in which you desire to be victorious. You would do well after this session, or in the morning, to write down each point of your personal life stream and activities where you desire victory. You can chart it on a map, beloved, a map of your life, and you can put those golden ribbons at that place where you are determined to have your victory. Victory over self and every condition. Victory in this church. Victory in the dissemination of the teachings. Victory in the nations. Victory in the governments. Victory in education. Victory in every area of life. Beloved ones, look all around you in this hour, and what do you see? You see defeat, beloved hearts. Everywhere people are being defeated by their own ignorance, by their own absence of the fiery coil of the Divine Mother, of the sacred fire rising up within them. They are being defeated on every hand, in the economy and in business and in life. There is a world depression that is not as apparent as it might be. For if the world could know the state of world oppression that is upon the people, perhaps they would determine to do something about it. Well, I will tell you, your violet flame marathons in this conference, sprinkled with the intensity of the yellow fire, will awaken and quicken some. They will awake as from a deep slumber, and they will begin the quest and they will search, and when they search, who will they find? They will find you, as myself and Justina, and we will be there with you, and we will be there to bring home the victory. Let America awake, let Americans awake, and let the fire of the entire spirit of the great white brotherhood go forth from your hearts. I, Victory, with my beloved consort, greet you in this hour, and we are transferring to you, increment by increment, that which you can spiritually assimilate of victory. Therefore, continue your calls and affirmations to me this night, and see what we will do together. There are other events in the planet in store during this conference. We desire to see a mighty action for the right, for the feeding of the hungry and the liberation of souls, and the exposure of the dark forces that are yet intent upon global warfare. These must be bound on the astral plane, and those in embodiment as well, by legions of victory, legions of Jophiel and Christine. We come in anticipation of Alpha and Omega. Now, precious hearts of light, so rise to that mighty occasion.